Hey, hi, hello, it's art fight season, which means it's time to pull out all my available skill points to appease the art gods and my fellow competitors. This year, like many others, I will burn myself out if it's the last thing I do. For those that don't know, Art Fight is the annual art training game where you draw other people's OCs to gain points. There are 2 teams, and whichever team ends up with the most points by the end of the month wins. For the first week of Art Fight, my only goal is to attack people with no prior attacks and hopefully make the days of first-time users and all my mutuals on the opposing team. So without further ado,
for the first week of Art Fight, my only goal was to attack people with no prior attacks. For the first 2 days, I thought I would be clear to pretty much attack whoever, since anyone I attacked would have no prior attacks on day 1 of the event. And this was a miscalculation, as you will see, but regardless, I chose my mutual Dandelion Roots OC Antoinette, which is a 6 Spider Sona OC to draw on day 1. Unfortunately, someone ended up attacking them 36 minutes after the event started, so I didn't even get a chance to be their first attack. Now, I was not going to let a whole drawing go to waste just because it didn't fill the requirements. So we progressed. Tony is from Scotland with a Vietnamese dad and a mother from the Ivory Coast. She got bit by a wolf spider, which she inherited the spidey powers from. I love how the creator incorporated part of the wolf spider into the core of the character's story too. For example, apparently wolf spiders don't spin webs very often and prefer to chase down their prey instead. Tony prefers to chase down her enemies on the ground instead of flinging around her webs like a normal spider Sona. She uses rollerblades too, both because she generally likes rollerblading, but also because it makes the whole chasing down bad guys throughout the city so much easier. She's fierce, stubborn, competitive, but curious and willing to try basically anything new. And here is my interpretation of her design. On day 2, I attacked another mutual Raspberry Tears OC, Hokulani. I hope I'm saying that right. This time, I actually was their first attack and drew their gorgeous, gorgeous girl. I love everything about her, her outfit, her hair, and the pose ended up looking so good. Lonnie is a 23-year-old Hawaiian Filipino who works as an intern at a private investigations firm. She also has supernatural abilities in being able to sense people's emotions and desires just by touching them, which practically makes her a human lie detector, although she can be characterized as kind of clumsy, almost useless, but at her core she is a people pleaser. I love her dearly, and here is her final design. On day 3, I came to a stark realization that all the characters I had previously bookmarked, they had been attacked already. So I went scavenging for more OCs that fit my requirement. This is when I found Jester Dog 223 and attacked their OCs Jest and Leah. They didn't have much info on the character's grander scheme of lore, but I took the fact that Jest and Leah are best friends and ran with that. I believe Jest can transform into a dragon, while Leah can transform into a 2-tailed kitsune. Jest is a blacksmith who forges things with her dragon fire, making a necklace for her bestie and promising to make armor in the future, and they are just so cute! That's the lore for them too, and here is the final illustration. Then I took a little break on the weekend because obviously, guys, we can't be all work and no play. I went to the beach, got myself some inspiration, and Monday I was back at it again. Bam! Monday, July 7th. It is becoming increasingly more difficult to find people who had not been previously attacked once yet in the event. Like, I was seeing people complain about it on TikTok, but I was literally going through the entire recent attacks on the front page, looking for people who are attacking but not receiving anything. I could not find anything until I came across a user that finally filled my requirements. So I thought, only to see that they only had 2 characters set up, which was a younger sister, older brother incest couple. I now understand why this person has not gotten attacked yet, despite them sending out a lot of attacks. So at this point, I'm not gonna lie, guys, I'm feeling a little defeated, and I'm spending more time searching for people than actually drawing. From this point forward, I changed the rules to only attacking people with a high attack to defense ratio, meaning they don't get attacked that much, making my life 10 times easier. Day 4, I draw OCs Jake and Leah from a first-time user, I Once Was a Fish. I may not have been their first attack, but goddamn were they sending out attacks like crazy, and I had to acknowledge their hard work by a first year, okay? Her attack to defense ratio was somewhere in the 70s, and I had to even it out. Jake and Lily are a brother-sister found family duo. He's grumpy on the outside, but loyal and protective on the inside. When he's exposed to water, he can transform into this aquatic humanoid being. Lily, on the other hand, is a very outwardly kind and compassionate person, known to be selfless, gentle, and graceful. She also seems to be a hopeless romantic, which, girl, same. She has fire-related supernatural abilities, though I didn't get to fully capitalize on that aspect in this specific illustration. I had an appointment and work on this day, so I didn't get to make the illustration that high quality, but they attacked me back, so you already know next week we're working on revenges, and I'm gonna make it 10 times better. Day 5, I was really having a bad day and didn't feel like doing anything too crazy. I was also feeling a little bored of just standalone illustrations, so I opted for a silly little GIF animation of Dorothy Sona Tenedar. I didn't record the time-lapse because I didn't even know Flip-a-Clip had that feature. But I know now, don't worry guys, next time I do an animation, you'll see all of it. Day 6, we're traveling back to my roots by drawing My Hero Academia OCs. I used to draw them literally non-stop during the peak of COVID when the MHA TikTok community was rampant. Anyways, this OC is Ari Coda, a self-insert character which we love and support out here, by the user Ari Artista. Their quirk allows them to draw objects with their tail, making them come to life. The drawback being that they take on the object they draw's mass. I think she's so cool. She's a part of 1-8, of course, and drawing her makes me want to do like a whole mass attack of MHA OCs, which I might add to my list. Maybe last week of Art Fight I'll include that. Day 7, and my final piece of week 1, we have the glorious Azrael by user Penguin118. They literally made their account like 2 days before I attacked them, so we are definitely locking down the new users here. This is my first attack drawing a character that only has traditional references with no color, so I approached this one a little differently. Although I was gonna wing it and color it based on tones in the description, I thought a more film noir monochromatic moment suited her a little better, even lore-wise. She's basically an experiment that works for this company, killing others to keep the company empowered. So leaning into that darker tone with black and white seemed like the vibe. And here's the results. That officially wraps up week 1 of my Art Fight 2025 adventures. I love every single one of them. I'll leave the links of all the OC's original creators below so you can check out all their other beautiful OCs. I highly encourage y'all to join Art Fight if you haven't already, but also include the newbies and less attacked users on the site. I know a lot of people like to use this as an opportunity to either get free art or get noticed by their favorite art creators, but you really lose the spirit of Art Fight doing all that. It's really sad seeing people on TikTok complain about this because this wasn't really an issue last year or even the year before that. It's only with the rise of TikTok and online content creators that the competition is getting weird out here. But yeah, do what you will with that PSA. I'll see you guys next week for the next video. Bye!